Hey folks, I'm Aspen Arrow, and we are back in Aspen Park, our zoo. Got our sand castle, got the attempt at Petra, staff center, platypus playhouse. So while we take a quick look around, I do want to just set some expectations going forward with Planet Zoo. I do not build in a way that I complete a project one at a time. I build in a way that I find fun, which is ultimately I bounce around a lot. I work on this, I work on that. I get inspired by looking at lots of little pieces and coming up with things like the picture frame of that Australian fan palm. So, to reduce the pressure, I am just going to record what I feel like and share what I complete. And that means it's not always going to be a complete build. I'm not going to try and get everything done in an episode or two. We're just going to have fun and enjoy being creative. So I hope that works for you. If not, I totally understand if you don't want to watch. So you can see that I have started a new habitat. This will all be filled with water and will be for our saltwater crocodiles. I've got a little prep work done for the side of our pathway here, using the water shrines to give the illusion of water at the bottom. So I didn't have to mess with the water feature of building. I am going to build a waterfall and cliff area. It'll hopefully look nice. Going to use the same technique I used for building the Wyvern Trench and Arc, which is to build using these aquatic faux rock blocks to make columns and just stack them up and stack them up and rotate them around so that there's different sides pointing different ways. And when it's all done, stagger them and merge them into a scenery group. And then we will bring them forward and start setting them into our waterfall. Just trying to find that perfect placement so that they'll poke through the water and you'll get a nice mix of the rocks, the water coming through. All right, and there we go. We've got some rocks in the play now, blocking up some of that very obvious fakeness of the waterfall. Just use different pieces, flipping and turning, and I think it turned out pretty nice. So let's move on to the next part. We are going to build a lamppost to have down by our waterfall. You can see that part of my creative process is that I literally went through and picked pieces that I liked. And ultimately, I decided to use the Australian wallite and the rusted metal rod because I have already used the rod piece to make the sunshades over by the platypus playhouse. So we are going to make a custom lamp by fiddling around with the wall lamp till we get it where we want. And that'll serve as our base. We have a post, we have a lamp, and now we just have to get it decorated up. So back to the menus and all the possibilities. Figure out what this is going to look like. After looking through, I decided to use the grass skirt pieces along with one of the bases to create the look of our lamp today. Also grabbing a bamboo piece, as we do have a fair amount of bamboo throughout the park, and so I figured the grass and bamboo sticks with the theme that we already have going, or at least the pieces we have going. Can't say that we have a coherent theme. So I'm going to use the bamboo to cover up where everything is meeting. Makes it look like that lamp is just sliding right on out of it. It hid everything fairly well. And I was feeling pretty happy with this. I thought about making it look like a basket by putting plants in the top, and you can see I tried these spiky-headed rush, but they didn't work. I tried flowers, they didn't work, so I had an idea to use the little solar lights. They are part of the conservation pack. Yes, the conservation solar lamp. And turn it around in both the front and back of our bamboo tube so that it will provide light on the waterfall and light facing down on our path. Also neatly closes up the opening of the bamboo. Maybe could use a little round piece like a rivet or something still, but all in all, I think the look turned out pretty well. Just get that centered. Or as centered as it's going to get. I am trying to embrace that nothing is ever going to be quite right because nothing ever quite fits together, and that's okay. That is the back of a lamppost that nobody is going to see. So here it is, our lamps down at the waterfall. And let's go ahead and see what this looks like at night. We are in sandbox mode, so we can just change what time it is. I think these turned out really nice. The bamboo lighting up in the middle there with that little line looks fantastic. I may choose to go ahead and change the lights coming out the back, maybe make them a little bluer even still for our water, but We'll see as time goes on. And now it's time foliage up our cliff face, not ways. We're going to put a saltwater crocodile behind us, so we'll use some of the plants from the biome that they are native to. And here we are with a somewhat finished piece, a pillar inspired cliffside with waterfall and pond at the bottom. Used those lotus plants to hide the temple shrine bowls, grabbed the plants from all over, hoping to mirror what is in our platypus, but also having a little bit of a difference. And of course, our custom lights, which I think turned out really well. Thank you so much for joining me today in Planet Zoo. If you did like the build, I hope you'll consider liking and subscribing. As always, have a pleasant day, and I'll see you next time.